heart attack. Fast, fatal, heart impact. Past painful scars, in fact, I blast tasteful bars and pass. I back up my actions, fact, don't ask, grab reactions, jacked, attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose. Pick a new submerged juice. I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now, y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember you're discreet now. Get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kirusho here, and now, before we do start, let's give a brief little review. In the last part, quite a number of things were happening. Now, in the last part, Emma Frost, she took control of Deku's mind, and she has been using him to wage war with the Inhumans. Now, she also took over Medusa and Nightcrawler along with even Storm, along with many other mutants. Now, in the last part, Deku, he got out of his mind. However, so did this ill-intentioned copy of him that Emma created. Now, Emma Frost took the culmination of every bad thought Deku ever had, any ounce of murderous intent, and put it into a version of Deku. She then also took some of the Hulk's emotions and put it into another personality of the Hulk. However, whenever this version of Deku was trying to get away from Karnak and Inhuman in his mind, he had the idea to manifest in a reality and merge his personality with the Hulk's. Now, this ended up in Club being born, and this personality manifesting in a reality before being taken down by the Century and the Avengers who have arrived back on Earth after a battle out in space. Now, Deku, right now he currently does wake up 7 days after the destruction that happened in Genosha. And Deku, he's confused. And he's sort of dizzy. His head is pounding and it's throbbing. And right now, a lot feels messy. Deku has missed a lot in the last 7 days. And the last 7 days, there have been a lot of things happening. And a lot of people have been affected by it. Now, Deku currently does get set up. And right now, he actually does try to get onto his feet. Him looking around. And it's quiet. He's in the mansion. But where is he? Now, Deku does look around. He's in the medical wing. Now, Deku does just stand up and try to walk out of the room. And if he does so, he actually does directly turn to see Logan. The man just standing there quiet. As Deku, he does ask him exactly what happened. You're alive. Yeah. Fuck. My head. How long has it been? You were under control by Emma Frost. It's been 7 days and a lot's happened. What do you remember? Vaguely a few things. Vaguely. But is Genosha okay? No, it's not. Genosha has been destroyed. And honestly, a lot of people are gone. A lot. But they died mutants. The rest, though, that's what we're trying to figure out. What? Now, Logan Doki does get a turn, and express to him, he is not going to sugarcoat this. He understands it's going to be hard for Deku to hear, so they're going to sit down and have a goddamn drink first. Now, Deku, he doesn't decide to argue. If shit is bad enough for Logan to give you some of his whiskey, then you know shit has really hit the fan. And right now, Deku and Logan, they do go to sit down and chat. And Deku, he does notice a few things. The mansion, it's empty. The people who are here, they're quiet. And other people, they're either locked in their rooms, presumably, or out with friends. And right now, after Deku and Logan do get to sit down, Logan does start. Somewhere in the last 7 days, many mutants lost their powers. And right now, after looking at Cerebro, over 90% of people who are mutants are all gone. Now, Deku, he is confused by this. And right now, Logan does express. He doesn't understand it either. But somehow, people, they lost their powers. No one understands it. At first, they thought the same thing happened to the Inhumans. But the Inhumans, they don't understand it either. Their people took on heavy casualties. And at first, they assumed it was an attack by them. Some sort of virus, some sort of agent. But it wasn't. They can't find anything. And so far, the only people who are left seems to be the X-Men. And, well, as bad as it is to say, Magneto, he's even depowered. Now, Deku is a bit stunned hearing that. What? Wait. I'm missing something here. You're missing a lot. So are we. Listen, kid. We don't know. Alright? Honestly. It's fucked. Right now we're trying to pick up the pieces. Trying to understand exactly what happened. Try and figure it out. But we can't. We just don't understand what to do. I mean, hell. People started dropping dead. We thought it was Terrigenesis remaining in the atmosphere. Some sort of attack, but it wasn't Xbox. We thought it was the Inhumans. But nothing tells us it was them. I mean, whenever we started reporting this, we thought they would report the same thing. We thought that they would have been the ones to do this, attack us, but fuck, kid, this is new. In all my years, I haven't seen anything like this. Right now, most of our people are dead. Mutants drop dead, and some just drop without their powers. No one knows what to say, no one knows what to do, no one knows even how to explain this. Now, Deku does sit there, and right now Logan does try to express. He has been curious. Did he keep his abilities, and is the Hulk still in there? And Deku does try to ask. And right now Hulk, he actually does inform Deku. He's still here. Now, Deku does turn to Logan telling him that he's still in here. And right now Logan is going to ask, can he manifest him? And Deku, he does get Deku flash his eyes green. And Logan does stare at Deku, telling him that he's taking that as a yes. Right. Okay, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. I'm not. I don't know how to feel. I mean, people have powers, and we've been given them, but I don't want my powers. Kid, I've dealt with the Hulk for years. I've dealt with much for years. And honestly, I don't want to deal with that. I mean, I should be grateful I still have my powers. Happy even, but I'm not. I mean, that's not what I wanted. Well, life is a tough bitch. She doesn't often give you what you want. It's often not fair. I know that, Logan. But still. Where is everybody else? Genosha. A lot of people are trying to help rebuild. Use their powers to help. Since no one else has them. And right now, a lot of people are concerned. Jean's over at Stark Tower. Honestly, it's all sort of up in the air right now. We don't know if this is the Inhumans or just something random. I mean, I don't think it's random because of the events, but if Emma has anything to do with this, we'd know. I mean, wouldn't we? I don't know, Logan. Listen, I'll go see them, but I don't think... Hulk, Are you willing to go to Stark Tower? Hulk will go. Gene will be there. Okay. What's wrong with you? Hulk is scared. You're scared. Scared of what? Now, Deku just hear a voice in his head. And right now, Deku just goes to jump from the table, and Logan is going to stare at that. What was that? I know you hear me. You know what needs to be done. Kill the Inhumans. They attacked us. They hurt us. They did much. Now, Deku just hear the voice suddenly go to stop. And right now, Deku is going to look back towards Logan. I need to go. Now, Logan is going to reach into his pockets, him pulling out a set of keys, and tossing them over to Deku, asking him if he knows how to drive. And Deku, he does going to hold up the pair of keys and look down at them. Right. Laura taught me a bitch in the other life. I know she did. You fucker stole my bike. Don't do that here. Right. I'm gonna go. Now, Deku does gotta walk away. And right now, Logan, he does still sit there. He doesn't understand what to even say or do. This isn't a threat you can stab, punch, or kill. This is, well, I mean, is this an effective Doom? Did he try to use his powers and did he find a way to turn back into the Beyonder? I mean, did he find a way to do this? Is this his fault? I mean, it's all chaos. Now, Deku would have pulled to Stark Tower. And whenever he does arrive, there are tons of people trying to talk to and get questions answered. They want to know why mutants suddenly started dropping dead, and why some just suddenly lost their powers and abilities. Why some of the most radical mutations have killed people, and exactly if this is an effect of some sort of chemical weapon, or if it's just something that's finally been happening. Now, Deku, he does hear somebody who is very anti-mutant start saying something very bad. And they do at least express to him that, is he glad that those filthy freaks are dropping dead? And Deku does go to turn to that person. The person staring at Deku, as Deku starts to inform them. Those people are human. They are just as human as him and I. Right now, those people, they lost lives. People have died. And right now, what he's saying, it pisses him off. And he wouldn't like it when he gets angry. Now, the man does stare directly at Deku. And Deku's eyes, they do just stare at him, glowing green. And the man, he is a bit intimidated. He expected an answer, not that. Now, Deku does directly walk up to the Avengers Tower. And right now a few people do watch him, as he actually goes to look around before going to press onto a button on the door. Him going to press it, and go to someone turn. Bringing his hand up and scanning instead of trying to put in a access code to the Avengers Tower. Now, Deku's handprint is accepted. And right now after walking through a security measure and the door is closed behind him, Deku, he actually is going to start going through more security methods to get inside. And right now, he does walk in to the elevator and hear a voice. As Friday does inform him that Tony Stark has been expecting him. Hi. Hello. I am Friday. Tony Stark's personal assistant. AI? Correct. Interesting. Now, Deku does walk out of the elevator. And right now, many Avengers and many former mutants and mutants do stand there. And even some people who Deku doesn't recognize. Now, Deku is going to walk over. And right now after Jean is going to run over and pull him into a hug, Deku, he does go to turn to Iron Man. Ask him exactly what happened. We're trying to figure that all out. It doesn't make sense. I mean, we've tried scanning for anything, and so far, it doesn't seem to be a chemical attack. I mean, no virus, no bacteria, nothing that can just do this. There are ways to depower mutants. Ways to, well, you know. I know. But we're not talking about those. Right. It's, from what you can tell, it's not right. I mean, this is, this is just random, right? I don't think I've seen anything like this before. But it can't be a coincidence, Tony. I mean, after the mutants and the humans just go to war with each other? I know, Cap, but look at this. I mean, Tony somewhat gesturing to the screen and expressing to him. Nothing popped up. No bacteria, no odd forms of radiation, nothing that they can visually get on their scanners. They tried scanning for days, and there's still that only one strange reading. And Deku just asked me what he's talking about. Friday. Give security clearance to Izuku. Access level, high. Now, Deku, he does listen to those words. That wasn't maximum access. And right now, Deku just want order Friday. Scan for these and these and these. Scan for this. Scan for this. And right now, Friday does go to somewhat listen to Deku, using the Stark satellites to, well, bounce off of the Earth and try and scan for anything odd. Now, Deku, he is somewhat alarmed. There's nothing. And right now, Tony does go to someone inform him. This is all they've been picking up. All there was a sudden spike in, well, energy, and then nothing. I mean, it was significant enough that they thought there was going to be a solar flare. But that was it. The energy readings were so high, a lot of people didn't even expect it. His tools weren't ready to pick it up, but they still were able to catch it. You can't be serious. No. I mean, yes. That's just it. Okay, so is this some sort of random event then? It just happens? I don't know. But after everything that's happened to all of us, can we really say this is that odd? I mean, from what we learned out there, half the universe disappeared for 5 years. Wait, hang on. It wasn't just Earth? No, it wasn't. We've been out in space for a while. And as it turns out, many civilizations, they've memorialized the time. And from everything we've gathered and looked at, roughly all of it, it all equates to 5 years Earth time. Hang on. So, half of the universe disappears for 5 years, and suddenly, mutants are depowered. How does that make sense? How does that even work? We don't know. It's, there's only one word to express it. It's chaos. I mean, that's all I could think of. Chaos. Logan said the same thing. Huh. He's been around a lot longer, but I guess it fits. Now, Deku, he's mad. However, right now Deku is going to turn as he's just going to watch T'Challa walk into the room with Shuri. And right now Deku to stare at T'Challa as the man is going to look back towards him before going to inform everybody else. Wakanda has tried scanning for everything, and right now they still have no results. Many members of their mutant population have been decimated as well. And right now they are going to be buried in Wakanda. Now, Deku does hear that. And right now, he does just don't hang his head. Thousands are dead. And not from what Emma did. If Emma knew this was going to happen, would she have done it? No, 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 no. That, that can't be right. She has to be involved here somehow. She has to know why this happened. Now, Deku, he currently is clenching his fist. And right now, their actors are Cat is going to bring his hand up onto Deku's shoulder. Stay calm. Cap. I've heard that phrase so many times in my life. Do you really expect it to work this time? I don't. But I do expect it to help you get your head on straight. Sure. Sure. What happened in Genosha? Hmm? Everything I remember. It's fractured, split. Everything I do remember, though, I don't remember much. Ah, God. That fucking copy of me that Emma made. Jesus. Izuku, it's alright. It's not your fault. You weren't in control. Not my fault? I put mental barriers on myself. I know I hold the Hulk back all the time. I try. But what she did to me, what she made me do, Cap, she made me murder people. She made me murder Beast. Now, Genius hear those words. And right now, Deku does look directly towards her, telling her, it wasn't an accident in the lab. Emma engineered everything, and she used his mind to do it. She engineered the attack on Genosha with the Inhumans. She made Storm move the cloud to Genosha. Everyone who was affected by it, everyone who was hit by it, everybody who was hit in the battle, they were all a part of the plan he made. Now, there actually is a few people who do stand there. And Deku, he does confess his sin. He may have been brainwashed, but it was still his mind that did it. And it was still his body that made these plans and actions. Now, Deku, he doesn't really just walk away. And right now, we do actually have where somebody, they do just stand there, surprised. Deku, he wasn't in control of himself. I mean, he wasn't in his right mind. He wasn't conscious of his actions, was he? Now, Deku, he actually finds himself standing outside. And right now, he does go look down at New York City. As many people down below, they are trying to understand the situation. They are desperate to know why all of a sudden 99% of the mutant population in the planet either dropped dead or no longer has powers. Right now, that is one of their main concerns. They want to understand that specific thing. Now, Deku, he does stare down. And right now, he actually is going to hear the voice of Claw in his mind. They are still afraid. I don't. They are still afraid of you. They are still afraid of us. They are still afraid. They should fear. They know what we could do. Tear them limb from limb, rip them apart, make them bow. We are gods to them. Don't you understand that? We can take on Thor. We can take on the Juggernaut. We can take on anybody. Except for that golden man. What are you talking about? Now, somebody does go to Durkee walk up next to Deku and bring a hand up onto his shoulder. Deku turning and telling Steve to just leave him alone. Hey, I'm not Steve Rogers. Oh, sorry. Um, I'm just. It's a lot. This thing in my head, it's. Sorry, you probably don't want to hear about it. Try me. Um, well, in Genosha, that thing that manifested, it it was a monster. And right now, it being trapped in my head's the best option. I'm scared. This thing, it isn't just something that split from me, it's a part of me. I've had these thoughts before, but I don't act on them. These ideas, they've crossed my mind, but for mere seconds. And they come across my mind again and again, but I disregard them. A stray thought. And right now, looking at that, I'm looking into a mirror that shows me the worst version of myself, and I am terrified of what I am looking at. This thing, it isn't afraid of Hulk. Hulk is afraid of it. And I've dealt with the Hulk for well over 15 years. I have seen this thing, Hulk, terrified of nothing. He has charged into every fight ready to die. And right now, he's terrified of another personality in my head. It's just one of them. I mean, I'm losing track of how many there are now. This thing was two, but now it's one. I mean, hey, just calm down. Don't use those on me. Don't try to talk to me like that. I'm not some frightened little kid. Okay, okay. Izuku, right? Yeah. Listen, I deal with that too. What? Yeah. There's a power in my head. A being. I guess a creature, really. It's tried to manifest in reality before. It's tried to hurt people. And honestly, using my powers, I'm terrified. I've never let out more power than I do need to. The times where I'm not afraid, that's whenever I fight. Whenever I'm sure of myself, I fight. But right now, I'm unsure about a lot of things. I mean, I'm more mentally stable now. But a few months back, everything that's been going on with me, I wasn't doing so good. I mean, I've manifested to leave my apartment once. And that was to almost stop you. And then there's actually encountering you. What are you talking about? That personality you claim to be strong, right? Yeah? Now, the man is going to reach into his pocket and pull something out, expressing, this is a shard of what they believe to be armor that used to be on that thing. He doesn't know exactly what it was, but Tony picked up a few pieces of it. They've analyzed it. And right now this stuff, it's durable as hell. He doesn't exactly know what Deku can do with it, but he does feel like he does need to know. This was what that thing had on its skin. It was like an armadillo shell. And right now, he believes that he should have a piece of it. Now, Deku is going to hold out his hand, as Robert is going to hand it over and tell him, this is a piece of darkness. What? Your dark side. This is a piece of it. Keep it around. Keep it. I mean, the thing's almost, what, like a guitar pick? It's got this shape to it. It's bigger than that, but do something with it. I mean, remember what you're trying to stop, prevent. I don't know, I'm not good with this, really. Trust me, you're doing better than Tony. Or Logan. Or anyone who's been trying to give me motivational speeches before. Am I? No. Not better than Steve. I guess that's fair. Steve got me to help, you know. We battled out in space for years. For a year. You did? Yeah. Honestly, it was beautiful out there. No one's afraid of me there. Everyone just sees me and I rock it around, and I don't know. There's no worries about what to do. The only people that could be harmed are, well, people who want to annihilate us. I don't know how to express it to you. I don't know how to tell you. We took out their fleets, and we won. But coming back here, it just reminds me. All the power I do possess, everything I do have, I'm still a man. I've had a lot of help. And honestly, Charles helped me before. I just wish I could have talked to him one last time. You and me both. I found out he died only months ago. And that was after I was taken somewhere by Hulk. Really? Yeah. Now, somebody does gonna walk out. And right now, Deku does gonna jerky turn his head as Shuri just stand there. And right now, she actually just asks Mr. Reynolds if she can talk to Izuku in private. And the man is gonna jerky somewhat nod and walk back inside, telling Deku to remember what he said. Remember that evil, it can be a part of you, but it doesn't control you. Now, Deku, he does go watch Robert turn around. However, his hands, they're twitching. Clearly they're shaking. He is still scared of his powers, isn't he? Now, Shuri does go to Deku walk up. Deku bring his hand up, as Shuri does Deku to pull him into a hug. And Deku, he's somewhat surprised. Hi. It's good to see you again. Right. About the last time we talked. I don't blame him. I don't blame you. Hulk knew what we were doing. He knew what we were doing. I'm thankful to you. I owe you my life. I don't know what would have happened if you didn't step in to save me. Back then. You saved Wakanda. Shuri. I couldn't step in, and I couldn't just sit aside and not step in. I mean, those people, they would have killed you. I understand that. But you didn't have to. You could have left the affairs to the Wakandan military. Our forces. We would have been taken down by that mutant. By Gentle, as he is called. Is he okay? He is still looked at differently. Many people view him differently for being an outsider. His father wasn't Wakandan. However, people do respect him for what he's been doing. He has been trying to become an honorable warrior for Wakanda. And he has been using his powers well. I see. I do wish to discuss the matter with you. Now, Shuri Doki is going to hold up her arm. Her pressing onto, well, her holographic phone, since I don't know how to even really phrase what to call those things anymore, the, well, metal wristband. She's going to bring up a hologram and express to Deku. She has this footage right here. She recorded it earlier whenever Tony Stark was reviewing it himself. The man has automatic playbacks and videos of what happened there that day in Genosha. Right now, she does want Deku to see it with his own eyes. And she does want to discuss something with him. Something that Tony, he might try to discuss with Deku himself. Now, Deku does jerky stare at Shuri, as he is going to look down and watches the Hulk is screaming his lungs out. Before all of a sudden he does go to stop before looking up, his eyes glowing red as he does increase in size. And right now there is what Deku does see. Now, Deku does watch. As Iron Man, he actually does want to turn to somebody and ask what they're going to do. And right now Deku does watches Robert Reynolds as the Sentry flies forwards and punches Claw directly away. And right now Deku does stand there watching that. Whatever that thing was, it was taken out by that guy. The century? Now, Deku does stand there. As right now he does watch as Tony Stark just goes on step forwards and look down. Him reaching down and grabbing one of these shards. As he does try to analyze it, and the composition of it is strange. Now, Deku, he actually does go look back up to Shuri, as she actually does want to close off the hologram. Now, Deku, he does stare at her, as she actually goes to reach into her jacket and pull out a vial, expressing to Izuku, this is his Hulk formula. And Deku does just don't stand there surprised. As the Hulk, he actually goes quiet. Hulk wanted to voice what he wanted to say. He wanted to ask more questions about that. How this personality somehow managed to take control. However, right now Deku just stand there as Shuri just goes to bring up her hand, grabbing onto Deku's and putting the formula directly in his hand, closing it and telling him, his formula, it should destroy the gamut in his blood. It should stop the Hulk from manifesting. She looked at his formula, and she's fairly certain that it will do something to him. However, she isn't too sure if his formula is a permanent solution. That she does know about. There is a chance that if Deku does take it, it will destroy the Hulk, but it might also suppress him. It may not do what he intends for it to do. Now, Deku, he does look down at his hands. As Shuri, she actually does some step forwards and give Deku a kiss on the cheek, telling him she does understand that he will make this decision for himself, and that she doesn't expect him to understand it. But she does owe him her life. Now, Deku, he does still stand there, looking down at the vial, as Shuri is going to walk back inside. And Deku, he does simply just going to stand there and turn, looking down at it. What? It's the formula. What are you going to do? Hulk? You're scared, right? Hulk is. You're scared of that thing. That monster. Yes. You understand that that's how I feel about you. Yes. Hulk does know. It makes Hulk sad that you view me as a monster. I know. But listen. I'm looking in a mirror. I'm seeing you scared. I mean, I don't even know what to say. I've never seen you scared. I've never seen you frightened like this. And I'm scared. I've always been scared of you. I've always been scared of what you could do if let on the loose. But now there's something else worse. And he scares both of us. Hulk agree. Yes, that's the problem though, Hulk. I've never thought I would agree with you on something. I always thought that you would be the worst threat humanity could ever face. I've believed my whole life you were evil. But now I've seen true evil. I mean, I literally looked at it with my own face, and it had my face staring back at me. Hulk, I want you to understand. I created this to destroy you. I created this to kill you. You understand where I'm coming from with that, right? That thing, it's both of us. It wants to kill and murder everybody around. It just, every bad thought I've ever had, every negative emotion you've ever felt, it is the culmination of that. You get that, right? Yes. Good. So you should know, I'm not going to take this, but I am going to keep it. Now, Hulk is very confused. And Deku, he does tell him, Hulk deserves a choice, whether or not to die, because he doesn't want to kill Hulk because of that thing. And Hulk is very confused, as Deku does sit there and try to tell him, putting the vial in his pocket, that it's quite simple. If Deku finds a way to destroy the Hulk personality, who's to say that that thing won't step in its place? Who's to say that Hulk isn't the stop measure from keeping that thing from manifesting into reality? The devil is currently in his head trying to hunt that thing down, trying to fight it, trying to kill it. And right now, the Savage Hulk is in there too, but he's probably not going to do anything. And then there's Joe and the Grey Hulk. I mean, those two are the same person, right? That's all confusing too. Right now, there are too many of them running around in his head, and he's not too sure if he topples one of the dominoes, exactly what will take its place, what will fall next, what will happen next. And Hulk does need to know. That is what he is worried about. Now, as that currently is happening, we do actually have somewhere in Kansas, where Anna, Marie, just sit there staring out towards the sun. It's hard to believe what happened. I mean, everything that happened. It's bad. She saw many people die. And she saw the man that she loves lose his mind. She's witnessed way too much. Right now, she's seen too much. People drop dead on her. I mean, and everything with Genosha. She needs a minute. And right now, being here, it's nice. Her going to directly turn and tell somebody, as she's going to bring her hand up, to not get too close to the edge. Otherwise, they'll fall right over. And the person is going to directly turn, smiling towards Marie, as Marie just goes to bring her hands up. Okay, how about we take you back inside, okay? It's probably not good to be out here so late. You might get sick, okay? Now, Marita's going to directly pick this person up and inform them. How would they go see what Auntie's doing? Because right now she knows that her mom will be pretty busy. She'll be back soon though. I mean, she will. She just has a lot of work left to do. And right now, well, they're going to be grumpy, especially if they don't get their nap. Now, they do get a turn to walk back inside, hearing another toddler crying. Now, with that being said, we do actually have somewhere on the moon, where the Watcher, he was observing. He was supposed to witness this event. However, right now, he isn't there to witness it, as his body lays on the floor, and his eyes, they have been ripped from his skull. Now, with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed, and have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys in the next part.